So I don't know whether this is COVID or some other fucking shitty, crazy summer virus, whatever that is, but I've been wiped out for the whole week, like dead. Yeah. These things always come at the worst time as well, but I should be grateful because last week I was in Ibiza. Next week I am at Wilderness Festival. So actually, it could have been worse. It could have been during any of those two, and then I would have been fucked. Like, genuinely, I don't think I would have been able to do either. Like, I've been wiped out. But anyway, here we are. But in my delirious state, trying to figure out if there's a verb for that, but anyway, this morning, sort of half awake, half asleep, in my weird kind of dreamy state, I had something come to me, like an idea that came to me, which I think I'm going to pursue. But then this also could be like my ADHD, new shiny toy syndrome. But the idea, if I can get over my fear of being on camera, because like it genuinely is a fear. I have struggled with body dysmorphia my whole life, pretty much, ever since being a kid. No exaggeration. But it's got better. I used to look in the mirror and think I was ugly, so that no longer happens. Now, I'm fine looking in the mirror. I don't really look in the mirror and think I'm ugly, which is good. Unless, like, I'm having a seriously, like, puffy day, or I've, like, I don't know, or I'm ill. Luckily today is, I think, one of the last days of this bloody illness. Thankfully, I've already had it for like a week, so actually today I don't look too bad. But anyway, yeah. So I have a fear of being on camera. For some reason, when I see myself on camera speaking, I cringe so much. Like, I just hate it. I just can't. It is the reason why I didn't become a singer. Why I didn't become a singer-songwriter. It's why I didn't want to do anything that could potentially make me famous, because I just couldn't bear seeing myself on camera. And I really feel so much shame in admitting that, but we all have our fucking demons, don't we? But anyway, I need to just get over it, I think, for this idea. I should probably tell you what the idea is. So, everyone who knows me knows that for the past, like, 20 years, I've wanted to become a DJ. Like, not because I want to be a fucking superstar DJ, I want to be famous. It's just because purely, like, I love music. Like, it is my passion. It is my biggest passion. And, yeah, just the thought of, like, seeing, like, a crowd of people just, like, vibing, and, like, me taking them on a journey, like, it's just, I don't know, just, like, I just know that I would absolutely fucking love that so much. Like, just music is everything, and I just genuinely, I think that, like, it's the one thing that unites people all over the world, regardless of who you are, where you're from. It's such a unifying thing. And the reason why I've never been, like, a massive fan of, like, football, and anything really that is and, like, religion for that matter, like, I just don't like anything that brings division, and I love things that do the opposite and unite us. And, like, I know football can do that, but, like, it's quite divisive. So anyway, my idea is I'm going to turn 40 in just under 5 months. No, just over 5 months. Yeah, God, my brain still isn't working. Yeah, just over 5 months until I turn 40. And, like, I even had a friend buy me, bring me decks. Like, one of my closest friends came to visit me for a few days from Germany in 2024 and brought me some decks and was just like, just fucking get to it. Like, you've been saying it for so long, just fucking do it. And I still didn't. It's just been sat in my fucking second bedroom, just collecting dust. Like, literally from when he started to show me how to use it, I have not gone on it once. I don't know what that is. I don't know what is wrong with me, but I also spent £400 on a keyboard so it could help me write chords to write songs. Literally haven't gone on it once. Like, I don't know what is wrong with me. Anyway, so I'm thinking, like, maybe if I actually start documenting my decision to actually do this, like 40 is the year that I finally fucking decide to try and give DJing a go, with the goal of getting I think residency might be a bit overly ambitious, but if I can get some sort of residency, even if it's just in a fucking hotel, like some random hotel, it doesn't matter. Like, the goal is, right, by 2028, when I'll be 41, to get a DJ residency in Ibiza, whatever that means. It doesn't really matter, like what the venue is. I'm obviously not expecting one of the main clubs, like, let's be real, but that's the goal. Because it will be the 20th year anniversary from when I went out to Ibiza and did a season out there. So it kind of just feels like that should be the goal. July 2028 would have been 20 years since I went to Ibiza and spent a season there. So, sorry, June. Anyway, doesn't matter. So the goal is that I start, like, soon, obviously, and that I start getting paid work when I'm 40. And the whole thing is about not thinking that you're ever too old for starting something new, especially something like DJing, where, like, I feel like so many people think, like, there's, like, an age limit to it, which is fucking bullshit, because, I mean, the amount of, like, DJs that have been around for fucking decades that are now, like, in their 50s and 60s, like, granted, they are fucking amazing, like, some of my favourite DJs. But the point is, like, someone could be 20 and all of a sudden they're in the same ranks and getting paid shows that are at the same level as these DJs that have been doing it for decades. Now, if a 20-year-old can, then why the hell can a 40-year-old not do that? So it's kind of like, there are a few reasons why I want to do it. There are a few kind of important core reasons behind me wanting to do this. I just have to overcome the whole fucking being on camera thing. So I used to hate the sound of my own voice. I think most people do. And then I said to myself, I'm going to keep listening to myself, like, with voice notes until I no longer cringe hearing it. And I did actually manage to do that. So now I hear myself in a voice note and I actually don't mind it. Like, I'm like, yeah, I actually sound all right. And I don't think it's because my voice changed. I think it's just my perception changed. So that's what I'm hoping to do with seeing myself on camera. I am getting my teeth sorted out soon. I've had braces on for 3 years. 2 of my teeth are baby canines. So my smile being different will make a difference, I think. So I will probably get veneers on the front 4. And I'm going to have my canines put in. So just, like, having, like, a new set of, like, the front 6 teeth, which are the main ones you see, will make a difference, I think, so that'll help. But mostly I've just got to work on it with my mind, I think. So yeah, this is like a really unflattering angle. I mean, how many lines is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we want to count that one? 5. So yeah, so I've purposely taken it from this angle, because I just wanted the thought and the idea and everything to be fresh in my mind. I just wanted to document this, because if I am going to do this, it needs to be filmed from the fucking beginning. Like it has to be, because if this is going to help to motivate or inspire other people from feeling like it's not too late for them to start something new and to like have a goal and to just like believe in themselves so much that they do get there, it's like, then I think it needs to be from the very beginning, from me having this idea, which was this morning. And like, I know it sounds like a little bit egotistical, but there's probably a tiny bit of ego there, I'm not gonna lie, but it is really genuinely because of the fact that I think that having it documented like this means I have to commit. Like I've really got to like see it through, rather than it just being something that I just talk about to friends, get the fucking dopamine hit, the classic ADHD, and don't follow through, which is my biggest fucking issue. It's like I have not followed through on so many things in my life that I claim to be passionate about, and I can't really give you a good explanation of why that is, and I don't think it's as black and white enough to just say it's ADHD, because I don't think that's enough of a reason. So I don't know what the reason is. Maybe it's like a deep fucking lack of self-belief, or yeah, I don't know what it is, but 40 is the year. 40 is the age where I finally do the things that I have wanted to do for so long when it comes to creativity, like art, dancing, singing, DJing, making music, like all these things that I have always loved doing, and for some reason have just like stopped doing. Yeah, this is the year. I think there's no better time to do it than now, really. Like I have no children, I'm single, and you know, like the amount of times that people ask me, you know, like about my dating, like I very rarely say, oh, I really want to meet a man now. Like I very rarely say things like that. Like very, very rarely do I talk about the fact that I'm like, you know, sad that I'm single. Like if I really wanted to, I know I could find someone. I don't know, I just don't, I like have very little motivation for it. Like I wish I had more motivation for it, but I don't. So, and rather than like sitting around getting sad about the fact that I am turning 40 and I'm still single and I have no kids, I'm just gonna fucking follow my passions and pursue my dreams. And my dreams have never been to meet the man of my dreams and settle down. Like, I don't know, it's just like, it would be great if that happens. Not that I don't want it to happen, but I'm not going out there looking for it to happen. What I should be doing is chasing my actual dreams, which is music, creativity, art, these things that like genuinely make me feel alive. And I know that it really makes me, like, it makes everyone feel alive. Like I think we can all be creative. I don't believe when people say, oh, I'm not really creative. Yes, you are. You just haven't found the thing that you are creative with. But like I genuinely think everyone can be creative, and being creative is like medicine for our soul, says the person that hasn't done anything creative in a while. But that's the whole point of this, isn't it? So anyway, this is me documenting this idea that feels like a really good idea right now. But yeah, let's see where this goes. I think the next steps for me is I am going to reach out to my cousin's daughter, Layla, who does like documentaries and videography, and like she can do like, you know, edits and all that. Like she's like the perfect person for me to work on this with, and see if she wants to collaborate on this as a project. Like, I've got a limited company called Inner Bloom. I think I could change the name, or I don't even need to change the name. I just like I could come up with a name around Inner Bloom, because I think Inner Bloom is perfect. But it could be like midlife Inner Bloom, for example, because that's what it is. This is a midlife Inner Bloom, and I think everyone can do it instead of getting to 40 or whatever. You do, it doesn't have to be 40. I think people have the same issue when it comes to 30 as well. Like, oh no, like I haven't done all these things that I want to do, but it's too late and blah blah blah. No, it's fucking not. It's only too late if you think it's too late. Or 50 or whatever. It doesn't have to be necessarily like on the dot, like, you know, every decade. It can be any age. The point is that it's never too late. Maybe that's what it should be called. It's never too late. But I quite like midlife Inner Bloom, because I hate the negative attachment of like crisis. When you think of the word midlife, automatically you just think of crisis. Like, when is there ever anything positive attached to midlife? Midlife, what? Nothing. It's always midlife crisis. Fuck that. That needs to change. So yeah, I'm going to call it midlife Inner Bloom. And we can start with my journey, but it doesn't have to be just my journey, but we can start with my journey. I'm going to ask her if she wants to like be a shareholder of this. The DJ bookings and the DJ earnings will be separate. That's a separate thing. But like if we can get like, I don't know, sponsorship deals, or if we somehow manage to monetize this on YouTube or whatever, like that can be split between the both of us. So yeah, she just recently left her job as well, so could be good timing actually. But anyway, that's my next step. So maybe I should film the meeting with her when I propose the idea. I don't know if she's really someone that would want to be on camera. Probably not. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask her dad, my cousin, what he thinks. But anyway, I think that's a good next step. Like, I think this is one of those things where it's okay to have like the final goal in mind, but to not get overwhelmed by the like vastness of this project. Like, I think it's better for ADHD minds to just work out the next step and just take it from there. It's like, I have the kind of final goal, obviously, you know, like get a residency in Ibiza in 2028, but one step at a time. And the next step is ask her if she wants to do this project with me. And then I guess it doesn't have to have the next step kind of thought out already. But yeah, the next step after that, I think, would be for me to get back onto to fucking use the decks that I've got sitting collecting dust, and start mixing. And then go back to producing some music, maybe do like an online course. I've done a bit of music production in the past, but very fucking long time ago, so I'm sure there's a lot to learn since my last few tracks came out in the early 2010s. Yeah, that's like 15 years ago, fucking hell. But yeah, so here we go. I've got 3 next steps. I've got ask my niece. She's not my niece, but she's like my niece because she's my cousin's daughter. Anyway, ask her, and if she wants to be involved, then I get onto my decks and start like producing music again, and just like having to do this on the side, and just like put aside like a certain day per week, for example, like where I'm just like commit to it. It's like, no matter what, on this day for these many hours, this is what I'm working on. One day a week, like I could do that, you know, that's very doable, and just fucking stick with it and just do it. Yeah. All right. Bye.